Valter still owns it, but Jaco Alula have put the band together in emphatic fashion, and they've got the Dutch national road race champion behind those magenta jerseys.
Yeah, they're doing a good job at the moment, the men in purple. Attila Valter also, and all his teammates in yellow behind him. Left of screen, Israel Premier Tech. That's just protecting Derek G. They're without Pascal Ackermann, their sprinter. He's out of the race. Come through 5 kilometres to go. And a lot of the GC riders, they'll be just looking for that 3K to go marker. A puncture or a crash inside of that, the same time as the rest of the bunch. But any split will be judged on time loss.
Hold up the middle. It's inviting if you've got the legs to be able to move your way up, and it's solving a little bit of a problem for the Lidl Trek squad. I was just about to say they find themselves in row 2 or row 3 here, with an awful lot of riders set to crowd around them when they come to the narrow roads, but they've fixed that one, and they've got 2 riders in front of Jonathan Milan at the moment, looking very strong. Aaron Bourder looking to move up and latch onto that one, and now you've got the Decathlon AG Tour Le Mondial squad trying to put their lead out train for Sam Bennett up and into prime position. Sam Bennett, number 42, has 2 men in front of him at the moment. Dries de Bont thereabouts. Down to the final 4 kilometres of Tirreno-Adriatico 2025. 7 days of tough bike racing. Juan Ayuso heading to the top step of the podium, but who's going to get the final stage? It's building up to the anticipated sprint finish. Connor Swift in the centre of your picture, looking to make this as hard as possible to present Filippo Ganna into the final kilometres in prime position. Second overall in the bike race is on offer for him, but we're looking at the lead-out trains jockeying for position. Dylan Groenewegen, easy to pick out, the Dutch national champion, looking in fine form and right on the wheel where he was for a moment of Olaf Koy.
He's been squeezed off his own team. They're on both sides of the road, the hole up the middle. As Little Trek came through, Groenewegen then got squeezed off his own team. They're at the front with 4 of them. He is 20 positions further back and now trying to follow Koy to make his way further forward. But there's a huge battle for riders to be on that wheel. Split both sides of the road, and now Uno X come forward, 58 kilometres an hour. Tudor Pro Cycling doing a great job for Plomas and for Michael Zeilard, and Zeilard in third wheel of that team. So it looks like that is their preferred man for the sprint. Under 3 kilometres to go.
So less than 3 kilometres left in Tirreno-Adriatico, and this is building up to be quite the bun fight into the final moments of this stage, as the Soudal-QuickStep squad try to put Paul Magnier up there, and they've managed to solve the first problem, or fix that one, because they have prime position into the first of these right-handers. Will work our way through, and that was well, he ran wide there, and how many riders did he take with him into the filling station? And that was just how deep and hard they went into that corner. Did Magnier manage to stay there or thereabouts? As more lead-out men for the Soudal-QuickStep squad. Magnier's back in the box. Let's have a look at this one again. He went in really deep.
No, he's just hit that little bump on the inside, and I wonder if he's actually had a mechanical as well or not. No, he's just misjudged the corner, gone really wide.
Not the only one.
Crisis averted. Yep, and Groenewegen now coming back up the right-hand side for an acceleration. Easy to spot on those white shorts, and just taking up position. Next right-hander onto the seafront. There must be a sprinkle of rain. They look all a lot more ginger through the corners, a lot more cautious, looking over the shoulder from the domestiques, trying to find their sprinter, getting the go-ahead to start lifting the pace, and it has just become a bit of a mess. The washing machine needs a bit of detergent because it is messy.
You don't want to put detergent on that road right now. It looks a bit more tiptoe, doesn't it? Inside 2 kilometres to go. Jaco Alula have fixed the problem. They've got Meskets, I think, was connected just a moment ago with his man. But they've also got 2 riders on the front to set a searing pace into this final kilometre and a half. And there he is, 4th wheel. A nice position at the moment for Dylan Groenewegen. He's not difficult to pick out, is he? A little bit further back in the line, Olaf Koy is looking and trying to hunt on the Decathlon AG Tour lead-out train with Sam Bennett. 2 riders for him at the moment, and that's a strong position with Dries de Bont setting the tempo.
Speed hump, so the cameraman nearly comes off with his pictures as well, pushing through the front now. Oh, look at the Ineos Grenadiers lift the pace, and it is gone now. Little Trek on the wheel. This is what I spoke about after that intermediate sprint. This was a likely scenario that Ganna just does a massive turn. There's a flick of the elbow through that roundabout, and now it's 1 kilometre to go coming up. They're under the red kite, and Little Trek with Jonathan Milan in perfect position. Zeilard further back at about 7th or 8th. Koy as well around there. Groenewegen behind him, and Jonathan Milan third wheel looking commanding.
Well, Filippo got a big turn to keep himself safe. It didn't do Jonathan Milan any harm at all, and Lidl Trek have command through the Piff Paff, and the chicane is behind them, and it's a long straight run through to the flag now. Jonathan Milan maybe feeling a tiny bit vulnerable there. Zeilard is in prime position, looking very good indeed. Solen Verenskjold has picked up as well onto the wheel of Zeilard, and now onto the wheel of Jonathan Milan. Everybody wants to get a little bit of this one. Penaway knows how to get his elbows out, and then he's in prime position. So too is Olaf Koy, the yellow jersey of Visma Lisa Bike, and Coquard thereabouts as well. Will he be able to move up? Here comes a big push from the Decathlon AG Tour Le Mondial squad to put Sam Bennett into a position. Penaway goes for, and this could indeed be the Israel Premier Tech squad, but it's Milan, and Riders down, but it's Milan's going to get the victory. There's no one going to be able to prevent him from getting up. Bennett not quite able to get there in time. It wasn't a blanket finish. They'll have a look at that afterwards, but it's Jonathan Milan and his teammates getting their arms in the air. Well, it's congratulations from Sam Bennett, but it's Jonathan Milan that delivers. Second time this week, second consecutive victory into San Benedetto del Tronto in consecutive years, and it's Amalia Ciclavina to celebrate as well. At least one of the riders down, I think, could be one of his teammates. That's how close to the front it was and how damaging it was. Stuyven.